And now from Sin City, the hottest sports betting show in the nation, Friday Night Locks. With your hosts, the betting pros, Justin and Jason. So get suited up, grab a drink, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, pro football bettors. If it's Friday, it's FNL. On tonight's episode, we break down all the games fit to bet for Week 8 of the regular season. What's up, T? What's up, Jay?
Hi.
What is going down?
Well, the whole world is reacting to this bombshell report in the Kansas City Star. That's the local Kansas City newspaper. I know you guys have seen this, but I just want to touch on this real quick because this is explosive.
The whole world is reacting to a small town post?
The whole world is reacting. Okay. In our world, in the football world especially, I know you guys saw that Michael Irvin this week on First Take. He declared that the Kansas City dynasty is dead. It's over, and a lot of people are agreeing with him. A lot of people on the team are trying to find new ways to get off this sinking ship. They're trying to get out there in society and create a living for themselves, away from the Chiefs, away from the stink of the season. And this reporting in the Kansas City Star is amazing. Here's a couple of details that I don't know if you guys have seen this now. It's been reported that Patrick Mahomes has been hanging out in bad parts of town, and he's been jumping into random cars with strangers and charging them $5 to look at his Super Bowl ring and $10 if you want to touch it. That's just shocking to me how the mighty have fallen. I don't know if you've seen this. You know that movie Wolf of Wall Street where they did that disgusting thing where they tossed little people? They tossed them at Target. Tyreek Hill is now doing that.
Oh, no. God.
And this I thought was the saddest thing of all, and this just really made me sad. Andy Reid has created an OnlyFans page for people who are into walrus porn. Have you guys seen this?
No, actually, I haven't.
Is breaking
news. I don't
Kansas
think I want to see that either.
I'm good.
I kind of do. Anyway, I just feel like it's just really shocking how the mighty have fallen in Kansas City, and I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts about that?
Is that a little premeditated or a little soon on that judgment there? Or
No, it's not, actually. It's actually too long. To piggyback what he said about Michael Irvin on First Take, Michael Irvin is a 3-time champion for the Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And what he said in that First Take thing, which I thought was brilliant, was that Deion Sanders came up to him in the locker room after a loss and said, guys, we got to figure this out. Like, we're getting mopped out there. We're the Cowboys. And Michael Irvin said he looked at him and said, it's over.
Oh, no.
It's done. Like, they're not afraid of us anymore, dude. They're not like, oh, the Cowboys are walking into town. That's what was going on with the Chiefs. And now nobody's afraid of the Chiefs anymore. And they're friggin' putting it in them. Wow. They are pounding them. They are bringing the noise every week, and they don't know what to do. Patrick Mahomes, I used to think that Kansas City's D was the reason because everyone's like, their defense is horrible. Patrick Mahomes is horrible. He's absolutely horrible. He will not be an All-Pro, so there goes that streak, and they will not make the playoffs. That's my prediction. They suck.
Poor Kansas City.
Aww.
All right, KC has been playing like shit. They haven't covered a spread since who knows when, and yes, they may not make the playoffs this year. That's ridiculous. So
this whole thing started out with us going, like, I remember in like week 3, we were like, we just saw a stat that they're 1-11 against the spread. And I said to you in the pod, so you're telling me that that last season during the circuit contest where we probably played them 4 or 5 times, they only covered once? And you were like, yup. Now it's not even about the cover. They're losing football games. They were down 27-0 at the half. And this Kansas City defense that everyone's saying is so bad shut them out in the second half. The Titans didn't score a point. You know what Kansas City mustered up? A field goal. So when your D does do their job, it does like regroup at the half and make some changes and adjustments, what do? Throw the ball all over the place and end up getting flambéed for a concussion. They're done. Barbecued.
It's kind of amazing. They have the Super Bowl loser hangover all over them this year,
I
and
must have drank a lot after that Super Bowl loss.
it is tough to watch. All right, let's get into how we did last week. We had a red hot week the week before. Last week, I cooled off considerably. I called the Falcons minus 2.5. They won by 2, so I lost that bet by 0.5 point. And the Raiders have now become my new Lamar Jackson, where when I bet on them, they lose. When I bet against them, they win. I'm in another abusive relationship.
That's quite the pitfall.
Apparently, they are just like so happy to be rid of John Gruden. They couldn't wait for that.
Yeah.
And now your boy Greg Olson has them putting up a shit ton of points. They look fantastic. Did they look amazing, or did Philly look terrible, or both? Like, I can't figure that game out exactly.
When you're coming from behind, you look terrible. When you're down the way Philly was down, you're going to look terrible. And then you're just chasing the dragon at that point. And I got to tell you, man, we talked a lot about rookies and all this draft class this year. Guys like Tua and guys like Jalen Hurts versus guys like Herbert, it's night and day.
It's night and
Like
day.
Herbert looks like Dan Marino, and they look like, I don't know what they look like. They look like Quincy Carter. They're awful, and I just think that when you get down like that, there's no turning. Then the Raiders know what you're going to do, and they were just having fun with them out there. That was a mopping.
I need to make amends for that Raider pick because my boy Chris, shout out, called me because he listens to our pod every week.
Woohoo.
And he's a huge Raider fan.
What's up, Chris?
He's like, what's up with all that fly Eagles fly bullshit, dude? He tried to talk me off the ledge, and he's like, you're going against my Raiders again? And I was like, yep. And look what happened, man. Fucking paid the price. I have no handle on the Las Vegas Raiders. They're either the best team in the AFC West, and they're going straight to the playoffs, or they're the same old 8-8, and I just can't get my finger on the pulse. But the Raiders and me are not simpatico.
Well, I'm going to say one last thing about that, and let's get into this week. But I was looking at, speaking of the Chiefs, and I'm like, the Raiders are quietly 5-2.
Yeah.
Right? The Raiders have beaten some pretty good teams.
And then they lost to the
They
Bears.
But that was, dude, scratch that off your list. That was a team laying down because they knew that their coach was a racist. They knew that he was a misogynist. They knew that he was homophobic and all that other crap. And guess what? They said, we're not playing for this guy. And they laid down and put up 9 points. Derek Carr can say, that's my guy. That's my coach, all he wants. They laid down in that game and said, get out of here. Get out of town, coach. And now they look like they're going to win the whole thing. They are newly motivated. And now that Kansas City is in the cellar, they're not coming out of that cellar. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not trying to, forecast the future. I'm telling you right now, they will not make the playoffs. They will not. There's too much posse in the AFC. And if San Diego kind of keeps doing these win one, lose one, we're 4-2, the Raiders could easily win that division because the Broncos aren't going to.
Nope.
So guess what? The Raiders could win the West. Not only go to the playoffs, they could win the West.
Darren Waller didn't even play. And they fucking boat raced Philly. Like, they're for real.
Yeah, I saw Darren Waller in the bar the other night, and I went, what's Darren Waller doing in the bar? He doesn't drink. He doesn't
drink. What was he doing?
He was drinking water.
Drinking a water.
But you know what? He's not. I've never met the guy, or until the other night. But he's big, but he's skinny. He's like ripped up through his tight sweater. He's very like metropolitan, but he's not like. He doesn't look like Travis Kelce. He looks like a wide receiver, but he's shredded.
He's still walking the line.
He's drinking water. Yeah, and I was like, me, I'm like, oh, dude, don't give me a picture of this dude drinking a shot. And he had his little, I won't say the brand because they're not paying me, but he had a water bottle in his hand.
Nice.
Very proud, Darren.
Wait, but real quick before we get into the show, I wanted to just get your 5-second feedback on the Dodgers.
1, 2, 3, 4. They're garbage.
Aww. 5. I just wanted to wrap it up, I guess.
Well, I was walking the dog. I saw my neighbor, Tyler, who's a huge Dodger fan. We always rap, and we're so excited. And he was like, I'm going to take off work. I'm going to go to the World Series. And he looked at me, and he's like, I guess I'm not taking off work. I'm not going to the World Series.
Well, he can still go to the World Series, but he ain't going to go see the Dodgers.
And I just said, he goes, are you going to watch the game tonight, the first game of the World Series, Braves Astros? And I go, you know what? No, I'm not. I need time to lick my wounds. I just got to sit the first game out.
Wow.
It's very sad. And as much as I want to blame it on Dave Roberts, who I still don't like, and I don't like his quick hook, and I don't think he has a pulse on when to pull his pitchers and not, it really wasn't at the end of the day his fault. I think, Jay, you nailed it. They came in limping. They gave it all to beat the Giants. Their arms were dead. Their bats were not live. They had one game where they scored 11 runs, but other than that, they just could not get the offense going. And guys like Urias, who they counted on all year long, were just getting shelled. Bueller, shelled. Tough to be a Dodger fan, and a tough loss. But as I told my son, who was also very down after the Dodgers loss, it was almost just as sweet beating the Giants to get there.
Yeah.
So I'll take that because I can't stand Northern California, and that's probably not good for our demographics going forward. Mm-hmm. But to beat the Giants was incredibly sweet. And if you've ever been in any of these bars around LA, there's a couple bars like the San Francisco Saloon and even the Irish bars. They have a lot of obnoxious Giants fans and 49ers fans that mob up here in SoCal, and they take over the bar and they're super loud. And those are always the sweetest wins when you can say, shut the fuck up.
True. Okay,
so go home, Giants. That's my small victory.
I agree because I hate the Giants too, but the only thing I will say is I think the Giants, even the Braves are giving the Astros all they can have, but I think if the Giants would have gotten there, the Giants would have served the Astros up. That's my thing, and it would have represented Cali, but fuck no Cal anyway. So that's just me. Sorry, guys.
I can't even root for them in that situation.
No, of course not. But the one thing I will say is we do know it was not Cody Bellinger's fault because he killed it. He had the best average. He had the best clutch hits. He had stolen bases. He had great performances in all of the playoffs, and
the rest of the team.
That's why he's an MVP in this league.
You know what? Props to you because you've always been in his corner. I hated Bellinger. He changed his stance. God bless him. He started bending his knees, and his bat came alive, and now I'm on the Bellinger train.
Dude, when Homeboy won that game against the Giants and pointed into the dugout like, let's go, I was on fire running around the house.
You called it. Props to you. I fought you the whole way, but I'm on the belly train. I get it.
And you know what else? They won the World Series last year, so I'm not that mad. So let's go.
They did. Absolutely. All right.
Had to bring that up, didn't you, T?
Well, you had to recap it.
All right. So let's wrap it up. I wanted to just give props to T because this is sort of our little recap section where we talk about where we went, right and wrong last week. Jay was hotter than me, continuing his hot streak. He had the Patriots, so hopefully everybody played that. And T, you gave out not one, but two Survivor picks again.
Woo-woo.
Who gives out two picks for people to choose from? I don't have the Patriots anymore. I guess I'll just use her Falcons pick. Come on.
Wow. So, rock and roll. The pod keeps rolling. We are winning way more than we're losing. And that's fun. And we are ready for week 8, so let's rock.
Yep. Let's get into it.
The only thing more fun than watching football is betting on it. Ready to make some cash? Gentlemen, lock it up.
Okay, I think that I'm going to start with, and as Jason just mentioned, I had the Patriots last week who put up a 54 burger against the Jets. Not hard to do. I know it's not so impressive to most. It's a win. It's a win. It's a W. I'll take it. But Bill Belichick seems to have the Jets number, always has. That's one thing. But the other thing that I'm going to touch on before I get into this handicap is I'm going to say one thing. 45-0. 45-0.
That's rough.
That is the score of Week 13's game last year, December 6th, between the Chargers and the Patriots in Los Angeles. The Patriots smoked them 45-0. Cam Newton had 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 throwing. They had, Gunnar Olszewski had 3 kick returns and punt returns for 145 yards, including a 70-yard bomb. They had 2 missed field goals. They had a block kick for a touchdown. Herbert threw 26 for 50-something. Terrible. All that is an Anthony Lynn coached Chargers team. Anthony Lynn's not there anymore. And Cam Newton's not there anymore. Now they got to go back and play in the new stadium. They're at SoFi, not the Coliseum. So there's a new blood out there. There's a new fire for San Diego Super LA Chargers. Because they'll always be the San Diego Chargers to me, but they're the LA Chargers. There's only one team in LA, and we know who that is. But this is a different ballgame altogether because I feel like revenge is the sweetest medicine. And give Herbert one more crack at these guys, and I think you're going to see a very different outcome. There's a lot of things that I don't know. New England's pretty tough. They have a lot of sacks this year. They get to the quarterback. San Diego has a hard time stopping the run. Damian Harris has had 200-yard-plus games in his last 2, so they're starting to run the ball. They ran the ball a lot last year. Belichick mixed it up, and he confused Herbert, but I think that Herbert just wasn't, like, I don't know. It's like when you confuse him, maybe, and like he was a rookie and all those things, I think that he's learned from a lot of that, and I also think that Anthony Lynn made a bunch of bad coaching decisions that Staley's not going to make. And I also think that Staley's going to do what it takes for them to, balance their attack this time. Not to mention they've had 10 days rest. They're coming off a bye. They slept in their own beds for 2 weeks. Patriots are coming off a huge, huge win where they're feeling their oats. This is a very big letdown spot for me. Aside from stats aside, without sounding all geeky with all kinds of stats, I'm going to simply say that the Chargers coming off a bye at the house, a very big letdown spot for New England, and a very big revenge spot for Herbert. And they've got to keep pace with the Raiders in the AFC right now. They've got to win this game. The spread is 5. And I just don't see New England being able to put up the 54 that they put up last week against this Charger team. And I love the Chargers in this one. Jay, what do you think?
First of all, whether it's me or anybody listening to this pod, going against you right now is a losing proposition because you've been on fire with your picks, both in the pod, in the contest, everything. For the first time, I'm not sure the best coach in this game is going to be standing on the Patriots sideline. This coach for the Chargers has it going on, and he's had 2 weeks to prepare. Be prepared for some fucking trickery and some high-octane offense. The Chargers are young. They're exciting. They got one of the best quarterbacks in football. Letdown spot for the Patriots. The look-ahead line on this was 6.5. Money pouring in on the Patriots. That only signals one thing to me. Bet the other way. I love your pick, the Chargers. I'm not going to go on and on and on. But to tail your picks right now, and first of all, I love the Chargers. Let's go. To me is the right side of this. So, hell yeah. Love the Chargers.
Lock that up.
Jason, the Rams traveled to Houston to face the Texans this week. How do you see this game ending up?
Well, I'm going to make my mother-in-law very happy with this pick because her favorite team is the Rams. The LA Rams right now are giving 14 and a hook. You could bump that up to 21 if you like.
Wow.
And this game will still not be competitive. Here is why. Tyrod Taylor is the only good thing that the Texans have going for them. He will not play. Therefore, you are down to Davis Mills once again. Houston, it's been said in the press this week, they are committed to losing to try to get high draft picks yet again. That is what they're telling their fans. Expect us to lose for the rest of the year. They just got rid of Mark Ingram. They traded him back to the Saints, to which their best player, Brandon Cooks, tweeted out, "This is bullshit. Such a joke." Did you see that on it? Did you see that?
He is livid. Why did I come to Houston? I could have gone anywhere. Are you kidding me?
I want to tell you that
Wow.
in doing research for this week's pod, I poked around some local Houston Texans info, some podcasts, some newspapers, et cetera, et cetera. They're all saying that the Texans are no longer on board. The locker room is lost. They're committed to losing. On the Rams side of the ball, I think heads were rolling after Detroit played them so tough. Personally, I think McVay got embarrassed. I think he got out coached in that game, and if Detroit had any sort of talent, they would have kicked the Rams' ass in that game.
Precisely.
This is a get-right game for the Rams. This is a statement game for the Rams. Matthew Stafford is committed to throwing the ball long down the field, big plays, big chunks. They're going to run up the score. Houston will not score more than, I don't know, be generous, 10 points in this game.
Not even.
And the Rams are going to score at least 28 to 31 points in this game. This year is a strange year, but as a bettor, we need to talk about this. Every team favored by 7 or more this year is 26-0 straight up.
ATS.
The average margin of victory last week in week 7 was 19 points. So don't be afraid. I like to joke. I like to call myself Count Chocula because I don't mind laying crazy spreads. Any sort of good bettor would look at 14.5 points and go, fuck you. Nobody in the NFL deserves 14.5 points. But after last week, I'm not so sure anymore. So I'm going heavy favorite. I'm going Rams. I'm going with my mother-in-law. Give me the hometown, La Rams. Matthew Stafford's going to put up 400 points on this Texans team. They're not playing for anything anymore. They're playing for draft picks next year. Their heart is ripped out. Take the Rams. What do you say, Jay?
You know, everything that I thought about earlier in the week was that I was going to maybe disagree with you on this one. And I know the Rams. Trust me. I know the Rams inside and out. But you know what? The only reason I agree with you, or one of many reasons actually, is who they're playing. Welcome to the NFL, Dan Campbell, because you actually showed up last week and coached. You outscored the Rams 10-3 in the first quarter. The second quarter, it was 14-6, so the Rams started to pour it on. As we all know, Sean McVay goes in that locker room at halftime, and he says, enough is enough, guys. Y'all are playing like bitches. In the third quarter, the Rams gave up a field goal, and in the fourth quarter, they outscored them 11-0 to squeak by that. That's like that championship fight when the champ's on the ropes and the underdog is like giving him all he can handle, and then in the 10th round, he runs out of gas and gets knocked out. That's what happened to Detroit last week. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets should be very proud. They are no longer the worst teams in football.
That's right.
The Houston Texans are. They scored 5 points. They scored 3 points the week before. They got blasted 31-3 and 31-5. Isn't that remarkable? And yes, the game last week was an 18-point favorite with the Cards. Now it's a 14.5-point favorite with the Rams, but the Rams are in Houston. So you're telling me that because they're in Houston, that's a 4-point swing? Listen to me. They have nothing to play for. They've quit. They are done. They are finished. It is over. There's nothing to be done here. And congratulations to the Houston Texans. You are now the worst team in the NFL, and you're going to get barbecued. I agree.
Texans have scored, as you said, 8 points in their last 2 games.
And one of them was a safety where Kyler Murray was like, I'm not going to take it. We're done. Take the safety. Big deal. Here, take your 2 points. Otherwise, they've got a field goal in 2 games.
Honestly, if the Rams can't win by 3 touchdowns, take my money.
Yeah, dude, Detroit's fighting. Jacksonville's fighting. Even the poor Jets are fighting. These guys are quitting. And not
a live
only is
dog.
it about draft picks, they might lose this franchise because not only do they not care, they hate their coach. And the last thing I'm going to say is Deshaun Watson wanted out of Houston, and now he's excited to go to the 1-6 Dolphins. That they're even worse. That tells you how bad it is over there.
Yeah.
That tells you how bad it is over there when a dude was excited about going to another 1-6 team. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Rams, lock it up.
Colts Titans part 2 this week. These teams met in week 3. We're going to see them again, but the Titans took that one. So, Justin, what do you see happening here this week?
Everybody said that the Titans had the worst passing defense in the NFL. They were horrible. They can't stop anybody. What are they going to do? And then you know what they did? They woke the monster in Derrick Henry. And he's just taking over football games. They're holding the ball. They're keeping the possession. They're not letting the other team have the ball. They beat the Colts 26-15 in week 3, handily, in Tennessee. And now they go to Indy. Both teams here are hot, okay? Indy lost to the Ravens 3 weeks ago in a game that they were up 22-3 in the fourth quarter because they opened the door and they let Lamar in. The week before that, they smoked. Last week on Sunday night, they beat up on San Fran. Two teams that are on the like the Colts were 0-3, and now they are 3-4. So, again, they could have very easily been 4-3 if they didn't lose that Ravens game. This last year, the Colts handled them both times as dogs because Tennessee was that playoff team. They had Phillip Rivers. They lost both of those games, Tennessee, as favorites. And the Colts, in my eyes, have their number. The problem was in week 3 when they played, the Colts were still in that slump, that Carson shits, what do I do? Now they're starting to show you that they are a well-balanced squad. Carson Shits actually leads the NFL in those downfield bomb passes. He's number 1 in the NFL in the long ball. And he's got the horses. And the balance of that Michael Taylor running game, their defense is starting to come. They're coming off of some injuries. They're getting healthier. And the Frank Reich, Carson Shits relationship is starting to show you why Frank Reich said, just give me the dude, give me a minute. And granted, he struggled in the first couple of games. Plus, he had 2 broken ankles. I am not in any way, shape, or form a Carson Wentz fan at all.
Really?
No. If Carson Wentz sent me an email and said, I want to come check out your new pool, you know what I'd say? Get the fuck out of here, Carson.
You can wait outside.
You're not welcome in my house. I don't like you. You've cost me.
Not even in the jacuzzi.
He's cost me a pool in his life in my lifetime. The guy's cost me a pool. We all know. Dude, this is a perfect spot. The look ahead was Titans. Now it's that reverse favorite. It went from the dog to the 1 to the 1.5. And guess where it's at now in the circuit contest? And guess where it's at in most houses in Vegas? 2.5 Colties. So then you say to yourself, well, maybe I liked him as a dog, and maybe I liked him at 1, but I don't know if I like him at 2.5 now. Now the value is giving me that Tennessee value. No. Everyone's remembering what they last saw, and everyone's remembering that Tennessee put their foot in Kansas City's ass last weekend. And guess what? This is Colt time. This is where the horses are coming. You're chasing them down. You can't corral them. They're running free. They're running through the fences, and they're going to bust Tennessee in their humps. Give me Carson Shits. Give me Frank Reich. Give me the bucking Colts. What do you think?
I think that handicap pained you so much. For you to bet on your boy Carson Shits. must have taken a lot of therapy and a lot of like deep breathing exercises because you must really love the Colts. I love the home fucking Colts. First of all, let's talk about the University of Wisconsin.
Oh,
Shout out to my daughter,
John Taylor.
sophomore at the
good.
University of Wisconsin. All right, let's talk about their alumni. Are we going to talk about J.J. Watt? No, not right now. Are we going to talk about Russell Wilson? Not right now. But we will talk about Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be a problem on the absolutely dreadful run defense of the Tennessee Titans. Everyone is just have stars in their eyes for Derrick Henry. Do not sleep on Taylor for the Colts. He is going to have a monster day. They will control the ball. They will go vertical, as you said, big plays coming out of your boy Carson this year. Take the Colts. I love your handicap. The fact that you came over to the dark side to make this pick makes me like it even more. I'm down with this.
Do you think Carson Schitz is going to send me flowers for that?
I think he's going to be in your pool, and I think you're going to give him a noodle and a floaty.
No, he ain't coming over. He gets no hot dogs and no burgers from my grill.
You're going to buy him a snorkel and a noodle and a floaty.
What I will say is this. I'm not even planning on sweating this game out. I might not even look at my phone, and if it's on national TV, I might clean the house.
Such a flat spot also
Not
for
worried about
Tennessee. They just beat up on the Chiefs. They have to travel to the
I'm not
it's
worried
such a
about
flat spot for them.
I'm not worried about it. This is that divisional game. One, the home team gets one, the other home team gets the other, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? This is the Colties spot. Lock it up.
The Bengals have their third consecutive road game this week at the Jets. Jason, how do you see this game?
Anybody who knows me knows that I have drank all the Kool-Aid. Jay and I were rooting for Joey Covers back when he was winning natties at LSU with the same old receiving.
Go Tigers.
Who day? Joey Covers. There is a new sheriff in town, and it ain't Reggie Hammond. It is Joey Burrow. They are the class of the NFC North. Get used to winning, Cincinnati, because Joey Covers has come to town. Last week against the mighty Ravens, he passed for, let me see here, 416 yards. Jamar Chase smoked one of the best cornerbacks in the league, Marlon Humphrey, over and over and over. Cincinnati, in their last 5 games on the road, 4-1 ATS. The Jets, in their last 7 games anywhere they're playing, 1-6 ATS. You might ask yourself, but their fantastic rookie, fantastic in parentheses, Zach Wilson, he's not, who might you ask is quarterbacking for the Jets? Well, it ain't Joe Flacco, because he's not even getting to the team till Friday.
It ain't Joe Namath.
It ain't Joey White Shoes Namath. It is Mike White.
Yikes.
Who?
Wow.
Who?
Yikes.
You mean the guy that came in the last few minutes of the game last week and threw 2 picks?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Mike White.
Mike White who?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Wow.
All right. Let's not spend a huge amount of time overthinking this. This, again, is a very big, chalky number, which, again, give me 10, give me the hook, give me 11, give me 12, give me 13, give me 13 in the hook.
How high do you go? Like, honestly, if you set your own line or if there was some, like,
16 and a half.
Wow. On the road.
I'm going to tell you.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why. I not only look for stats and data points when I make my handicap, I also look for what's the vibe around the team. What are they saying? You want to hear the best quote that you're going to freak out about? They said to Joey Burrow, Cincinnati all of a sudden everyone's taking notice. You guys are the giant killers. You're playing Green Bay tough. You're playing Minnesota tough. You're playing Baltimore. You're like putting up 41 points in Baltimore. What's going on with Cincy? You know what he said? We're not satisfied. We're not satisfied. This team is young and hungry. This isn't, let me just rest a couple guys because we're playing the Jets. No, they want to put separation between them and the Ravens. This, in many ways, this is a must-win for them. This is their third road game, and they're going to curb stomp the Jets with their backup QB. Forget about it. By the way, can we talk about Cincy's defense for 1 second? They sacked Lamar Jackson 5 times last week. Cincy's defense, according to PFF, let me see the stats right here. Oh, I'm sorry. 7th, Cincy offense, 7th in points scored. Their defense, 5th in points allowed. How about their special teams? 2nd in the NFL. On special teams, nobody's talking about that. Nobody knows that. Zach Taylor, their super young coach, awesome. He called his safeties, Jesse Bates and Ricardo Allen, the 2 best safeties in the NFL. So Joey Burrows, Joey covers, but do not sleep on their defense. This is a 38, again, I'm going to be generous. This is a 38-13 game. Wow. Go Cincy, go Cincy, go Cincy. Hoo-day.
Wow, dude. I mean, I got to tell you that the Bengals have lost 1 game on the road all year. Like you just said that they were going into that, that third straight home game?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. They have lost 1 all season. That was to the Bears. That was in that, just one of those you don't show up games in Chicago. Otherwise, they're undefeated at home. They play this week. Then you could say it's a look ahead to the Browns, who I don't think they're afraid of at all. They go back home for that one. Then they have a bye week to get ready for the Ravens again, the Steelers, all that down the road. Okay, let's make our run to the playoffs. They are now in first place, not the Ravens. The Bengals are in first place. The season ends tomorrow. They are the division champions. They have a bye week. That's where they're at. And last week, Ryan Clark said, put Humphreys on Jamar Chase. Please, please, please. John Harbaugh, please put 44 against Jamar Chase. Please let us have that. Well, you got it, Ryan Clark. And you got smoked. Absolutely smoked.
And now from Sin
and guess
City,
what?
the hottest
It's not
sports
gonna get
betting
any
show
better.
in the nation.
It's scary
Friday
that 10 and a
Night
half.
Locks.
Everyone's on
With
the
your
Bengals.
hosts,
It's that,
the
like,
betting
all
pros,
over
Justin and
television.
Jason.
The Bengals,
So get suited up, grab a drink, and enjoy the show.
And so this is that week when you go, Jets just took a beating. They
Welcome,
got a
Pro
54
Football
burger put up
bettors.
on it
If it's
against
Friday,
New England.
it's
This is
FNL.
right for the Jets.
On
They're
tonight's
home. They've
episode,
gotta
we
right
break
the
down
ship.
all the games fit to bet
then you
for
go-
Week 7
Mike
of
White.
the regular season.
And then you
What's
go.
up, T? What's up, Jay?
What happens
How you
with
doing?
all
Week
these backup
7.
quarterbacks that are not
Holy
starters in the NFL?
crap.
Geno Smith,
Feeling
0-2.
good, Mortimer.
Heineke, garbage.
They're not making
Davis
it easy
Mills
on
the
us Dodger
third, who's a
fans.
third-string quarterback.
Oh my
Doing the best he can.
Jeez,
Garbage.
it's like a
Now you're
relationship
going to give
back
me
and
Mike
forth.
White's going to
We
wipe
finally
off
have
the
the Braves
off his cleats
exactly
and
where
run
we
out there
want them.
against the Bengals.
Barbecue.
Is that
10 and a half
true?
is generous to me.
You really think so?
Barbecue.
10 and a half is a gift.
No, I don't.
I don't like
I
laying
mean,
that kind of chalk.
Never,
I know you
never
don't.
say die, but
I don't think I would necessarily
Justin Turner
go to the
came up
book
limping last
and put
night.
money down
Mookie
on that
Betts
kind of
missed an
spread with
easy
the Bengals
fly ball
because,
in the
I mean,
out. They just
now
were not playing
it's
like
getting out of hand with
themselves.
them. And I told
I
everybody
think that
3-4
they're-
weeks ago,
I think
said,
that every
get your
pitcher
Bengals
on that
picks
team
in
for
now as
whatever reason,
underdogs.
I know they've all
'cause
played
you're
the
about
same
to
amount
not
of
see
games.
that
I feel like
anymore
every
this
pitcher on
year.
the Dodgers arms
And guess
dead.
what?
I think Scherzer
There's
was the
probably
first
going to
one
be
to
2
come
or
out and
3
say it.
more games
Urias
out of the
got
next
rocked
8
last night.
that they're
He
going
got
to be a dog.
rocked.
Maybe
He got
2
rocked.
games.
Boom, boom,
And those will
boom,
both be road
rocked.
games. They're going to
And
be
I
home
told my boy
favorites.
the other day, I
in
said, he
every
goes,
game
"Hey,
they play
man."
this year. I don't care if they're playing the Arizona Cardinals.
What did he say?
They'll
When
be at least a
Boston won,
1
he goes,
point
"Hey man,
favorite.
Boston,
And
LA in
then
the
maybe
World Series?"
2
And
or
I said,
3
"No."
games down the rest of the season, they might be a
No.
dog.
First of all,
Bengals are
Boston's
coming,
not going
bro.
to be
And everyone
Houston.
says same old
At the end of
Bengals,
the
same
day,
old.
it's
It's
all
not the
done.
same old
They're-
Bengals.
They've got 2 more. In
I hate to
Houston.
break it.
Houston only needs
It's
one.
not. And there's too many reasons why. I said
So,
the Dodgers are going to be minus
I
200.
can't fade that
tomorrow.
pick. There's just nothing. There's nothing that
You know,
can
smart
make
money
me say to
might
myself,
put some money on
Justin,
the Braves and double
give
up.
me
Yeah.
one
It
reason
wasn't
why you
200.
could see
It
the
was
Jets in this one, and I
240.
cannot give you one, brother.
At
Damn.
game time.
Great
And the
handicap.
comeback was like 215.
Lay the
I
chalk,
would never
Houday.
do it just
Come on,
'cause
Joey
I'm
Covers.
not trying to sit there and root
Let's do it
against.
for the boys and lock it up.
It's teaser time. 2 teams, 1 bet, 6 full points. So tasty.
Well, all I got to say is through 7 weeks, we are 5-2, and I'm not sure that other than being 7-0, you could be much hotter. So if nothing else, pay attention to the teasers. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the winning ways going. Week 8 teasers. What are you thinking about, Jay? I see a lot of potential out here. Anything
To start
popping
with
out
what
at you?
you just said, the 7-point favorites are more against the spread ATS. Now that doesn't help the gambler that's laying these point spreads and going, oh, the Falcons and the 2 in the hook and all that. We're talking about winning the game. We're talking about Survivor. We're talking about teasers, and I think you have a case to put all of those teams that we talked about. Just tease them down. If you tease Houston up, you're going to still lose that. If you tease the Jets up, you'll still probably lose that. So I like those. But a little sidewinder, I
go.
like the Pittsburgh Steelers
Yup.
plus 9.5 against the Browns, where Baker said, I might try to play. Go ahead and try. You might be out for the season if you do try.
Don't twist my arm. I love the Steelers.
So I like that. And then the best one of the week, I hate to say this, is the Cardinals, but it's tonight. And we're not going to it's not going to make the pod. Yeah, Steelers for me. And then give me the Giants plus 16.
I love it.
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, like I said, also those Rams and those, those Bengals and all those, the Buffalo Bills down to 8, like things like that I love.
I mean, yes, there are some combinations that are not mutually exclusive. Do we do Rams minus 8.5? They're going to cover that number.
I hate the
Cincy minus 4.5. They'll cover that. But I like your teaser. Pittsburgh plus 9.5. I think they're going to win that game outright. New York Giants plus 16 points. Who's Kansas City blowing out?
No, it's like everyone every week is like, oh, this is the week. And it's not. Kansas City loses, or this is the week.
By the way, Daniel Jones on the road is money.
They're not the same team. Daniel Jones caught a touchdown last week. Did you see that? He
They're
caught a
fighting.
touchdown.
I did see that. I think it was one-handed.
Dude, no, he stretched way out. Yeah, and he barely got in. He's like, I had to lay out. I couldn't look stupid.
I love it.
Listen, Vikings plus 8 at home against the Cowboys.
I like that too.
And then you take that Chargers to plus 1 at home against the Pats. There's so much you can do here. I don't know. I think the Chiefs absolutely suck, and I think every week people are waiting. And you know what's so sad? If they do win this week, everyone's going to be, well, here they come. They're figuring it. They suck, dude. They suck. They suck.
All right. You know what? I like bets that scare me a little bit. I like bets.
Little sweat.
Like what would you do if you weren't scared? Like T gave out the Atlanta Falcons last week as a survivor pick.
Kidding me?
That was so gutsy. All right. We're going Steelers plus 9.5 unless there's any objections. If you tell me that you're going to give me 16 points with the Giants, I'm going to take it every time.
Why not?
And I love it. So let's go.
And you know that the Browns don't blow anyone out. Like, that's a windy, Browns, cold. It's going to be low.
I
Nine
hope-
and a half. Coming off a bye week, and Mike Tomlin's a little fired up last time I checked about some questions from the media. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me them in the game, by the way. Give me them in the contest, by the way. Give me them in Survivor, by the way. Mike Tomlin's hot.
Oh, don't get me started on the fact of Case Keenum versus TJ Watt. Good luck, pal.
Dude, good luck. Remember who you played last week, Case Keenum. Remember who you played last week.
They were talking real big, too.
Come on, dude. Oh, Case
Divisional
Keenum.
matchup.
Yeah, is Baker Mayfield in trouble now? They played the Broncos. Come on, guys. Stop.
Come on.
Stop it.
All right.
So
I think
what are we doing?
I think we have our teaser. We're going Steelers plus 9.5 to the Giants plus 16. It's gutsy.
Do you want to give our listeners a bonus this week?
Let's do it.
Are you feeling cocky?
You know what? If one is good, two is better.
Let's
what do you
give
got?
them another one.
Okay.
Let's give them another one, guys.
I see you eyeing that Minnesota,
Oh,
that
I'm
home
eyeing
dog.
Oh, I'm eyeing it, Jason.
Oh, I
That's
see
over
you.
a touchdown.
I see you over there.
Coming off a bye.
You like that Mike Zimmer coming off a
Oh,
bye,
yeah.
love.
At the house. Blow the horn.
That's looking like Vikes plus 7.5 at home.
Is that what
Come
I
on.
gave you from Cirque?
Yep.
Down
I'll
from
take
2? Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take
Through
it.
the number of 7
I'll take it.
at home. I like it.
You like the Chargers getting one at home.
I do.
Okay.
I just think the Rams are. That's a double-digit victory. You can get the Bengals down to like what, 2.5? It's 9, right? So 3.5. Whew.
Bonus alert. Bonus alert. Minnesota Vikings plus 7.5. Tease to the LA Chargers plus 1 at home.
Double teaser week
Double teaser.
for week 8, halfway through the season, or not quite halfway because we got an extra game this year, but let's call it halfway through. We're giving the double tease this week. I love it. So double tease this week. Call it out. Let's go, guys.
Let's go. Lock it up. T, you are hotter than church on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are alive and well. I would like to know, I'm sure our listeners would like to know, what are we doing for Survivor this week?
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
She said to me the other day, I only got 8 weeks left. I still got all these teams.
Hell yeah.
Do you have any idea who she has left?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Not multiple tickets. She doesn't have 6 Survivor tickets in Circa like Derek Stevens does. She has 1. Do you know who she has left in her pocket? It's unreal.
I do.
It's unreal.
She's definitely got the Buffalo Bills left. She's got the Chargers left.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the
She's got-
Rams.
Yeah.
She's got the Bucks.
She's got the Bengals.
I think she's got the Bengals. Oh my god.
But on that note, so
Loaded.
I'm still trying
loaded.
to keep the bigger teams on reserve. I feel like the easiest option and the safest option this week is the Rams. But do I want to lose the Rams right now? What do I see on the future? Is the value high? Is the value low? The closer I get to the end, the value becomes higher. So I don't want to, that won't help me eliminate people. So I think I'm going to move on from that one. I don't think I'm going to pick the Rams.
Okay.
I'm going to put a higher risk on here since this is a semi-gambling betting show. Let's make our stakes a little higher.
Oh gosh, I'm scared now.
So I'm between Cincy and the Chiefs. So 2 things on that. Justin's giving me the
My
death
eyes just
stare.
no. My eyes just perked up. The Chiefs?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you why.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why.
I can't.
I
my
sitting
God.
back peacefully in the cut, just
Oh
listening, wailing
my
on the Chiefs.
God.
The Chiefs suck. Patrick Mahomes, who is he? He should just retire. Blah, 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 blah. But they're playing the Giants this week. It's a 10-point favorite.
Oh my God.
Because they're a high risk, makes me want to go for it because it's less value in the future because they do actually suck. But this week, maybe their revenge week. It's a Monday night game. Maybe the rebound starts this week. It's football. It's
What
week
can
to
I say?
week.
There's nothing.
It's a
you-
game.
By the way, you've created a monster.
What is she saying right now?
Everyone's going after Mahomes this week, and everybody's getting on their little soapbox and telling us why they hate
I'm not
Patrick
even
Mahomes.
mad. Where is this coming from?
Well, do you like the Giants? Are the Giants good?
Whoa!
So
T the Greek.
Oh my God. Here's the thing, though. She's going to have, like, if she wins this whole thing, she's going to have teams in her pocket, like, like that timeout you never used?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they say, just call the timeout just because you have to.
But then you still end up losing because you never used it.
No. She might have teams on the table when it's all done.
Well,
the Falcons, the Patriots, the Chiefs. Like, she's got the Rams, the Bills. Like, when it comes down to week 14, she's loaded.
Okay, but that could all go out the window by 1 week.
It can.
Just
of course
losing.
It can.
So it's a huge gamble to go with
the
has. Chiefs.
Yes.
This could be, in my opinion, a low-scoring game. So it could be just a waiting. I don't know, but it's Monday night. The hype is
in a good way, not in a bit. Like, I'm impressed.
So I don't know. Wow. That seems to be my number one pick, but that's the biggest gamble. And then obviously right in the middle of the Rams and the Chiefs option would be the Cincinnati Bengals.
She's fading both of us. She's like, we're saying all the walrus and all of this, and she's like, give me the Chiefs.
First of all, I feel like my kid just came to me and goes, "You never told me Santa Claus isn't real." Yeah. The computers in Terminator just began to think for themselves.
Oh
like,
God.
This is a huge moment. Like, she just broke it down and fucking murdered us just now.
Like, I, for once in my life, have nothing. What can I say to that? Nothing.
Well, you can say it's a huge gamble, and Tanya, you might lose.
I don't think it's a huge gamble.
Well, you're going against all of your initial.
Listen, a 10-point spread. A 10-point spread versus winning the game at home on Monday night is very different. Do I think I'll take the Giants plus 16? Sure, and I will, and we just did. Do I think the Chiefs can't squeak that out? Yes, I can.
I also have a simple win-loss survivor pool, so I'm not trying to tackle a point spread.
But I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yes. Do I like them minus 16 against my Giants? No. Yeah. For the teaser, no. Do I like them to maybe squeak one out? Sure. They better.
I think your girls all grows up right now, and she just fucked you up.
Oh my God, I can't even.
Well, but
she was talking
from.
Bro, low scoring game on a Monday night? What the fuck?
That was not discussed.
Well, hey,
she's going rogue, and I like it.
This is the whole show.
Well, again, here I go again. I'm not picking a coach this week.
I quit.
Probably going to go with the Chiefs, but I may decide in the end Cincinnati. I do have a couple days to get some more and collect more facts and see injuries and see how many more people want to bash Mahomes.
Who do you want as your coach?
No, I'm not doing it.
Who do you pick as your coach?
Nope.
Blake Shelton?
No.
Ariana Grande?
No.
Cincinnati Bengals?
Maybe.
Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't know.
Bro.
So that's that. That is my.
I gotta give you a clap on that.
That was sick. That was absolutely.
But this also
sick.
might be the week I get eliminated. So all stakes are out there.
That makes me so happy. What a fire! What a fire! Gutsy pick.
Well, we'll see.
Wow.
That's it.
Bro,
what do you guys
I'm
think
done for the rest of the night. You can recap. I'm done. I'm done for today.
I'm out.
I'm stumped.
I feel like T just came home from the army and came home to the family business and found out that her family was in the mafia, and she did the hit on Salazzo. We've just seen the transformation of a civilian to a sharp in front of our eyes.
Oh my God.
Holy fuck. Okay. That was contrarian. Right. That was backed up by facts. Are you out of your mind?
Wow.
If you go against Casey now, you're a moron.
Yeah, out there, just KC it up. Check the box.
Woo! Get to the window, son.
We could be singing a different tune next week. Trust me.
Get to the window, son.
Okay.
So next week is
not
week
put too
9.
much hype on it.
Next week is week 9.
I'm already getting nervous.
8 weeks left, and you've got the Rams, the Bucks, the Bills, the Cardinals, the Bengals. That's 5. That's 5.
The Seahawks.
The Seahawks suck. The Rams, I said.
Think of other teams.
You still have the Saints. The Saints
and
are going to
Chargers.
The Saints are going to play Carolina and Atlanta. Mm-hmm. The Chargers, the Raiders, I believe you still have. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
It's just
Okay,
a matter of,
let's
do you
turn the
select
hype
right
down
because
now I'm getting nervous. This is why I don't
No,
gamble,
if you
ladies and
select
gentlemen.
the right one on the right week, you're golden. It's just that combo. Where do you?
Yep. So we'll see.
Wow, good for you. I got
Bro, we
nothing.
were running. We took the training wheels off. We were running alongside, waiting for the tip over, and it never happened.
She just took off. She popped.
Holy
She
shit.
popped a wheelie and took off.
Never looked back and flipped us the finger while she did
Yeah,
it.
like see ya.
Whoa.
Well,
Okay.
I got. Just stop the show now. There's nothing else to say.
Well, then let's recap. That's it.
Cheers. Beat the book. It's over.
Beat the book. Don't beat the book. We don't give a shit
Check our
anymore.
Twitter and go to hell. Check our Facebook, and T's got the Chiefs, so fuck
Stop.
off.
You're putting too much pressure on it now.
Wow.
It's not a big deal, you guys. It's not a big
My
deal.
God. Give that woman
It's not a big deal. This is when I sit at the blackjack table and I'm like, okay, you can cash me out because the pressure's on now. Stop.
Damn.
You just hit on 16.
Okay. Well, let's recap. Jason, let's hear it.
All right, let's recap on T's outstanding Survivor pod today. Our stupid sides, which who cares? Let's just get to the Survivor pick. But
Hurry
if
up,
you'd
because
like,
the show's over. by the way.
honestly,
People have
this-
turned the show off.
we are limping to the finish line. If you want to play our side,
sure.
we're recommending
Fast
the
forward to this. I'm sorry.
Put this on ×2 speed if you just want to zip through.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
hey
Tanya's
Mom,
fake.
what time do they usually do the recap? 48? Yeah, just fast forward to that.
Just give me the T Survivor picks and I'll be good. All right, here's the recap. Take the Chargers -4. Take the Rams -14.5. Take the Colts -2.5. Take Cincy -10.5. We have teasers. We have bonus teasers. Our first teaser, Pittsburgh +9.5 to the New York Giants +16. Bonus teaser just for fun. Take the Vikings at home +7.5. Take the LA Chargers +1. All of that is just a word salad, which leads me to the most important content of the show. If you're in a Survivor pool, you would be a fucking idiot not to trail and tail T's picks right now. KC with a little alt on Cincy. Take those two and you will survive. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at Friday Night Locks. And our Twitter is at Fry Night Locks. We post all of our official picks around 3 p.m. on Saturdays. And don't forget to check us out on all major podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify. Let's get those listens up for our friends and family right now.
No, guys, honestly, great show. Love it. Every week I love it more. Everybody get out there, bet smart, be smart, and beat the book. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you for supporting Friday Night Locks by clicking the like and subscribe button and leaving us a review. Thanks again for tuning in, and see you all next week. Good luck at the book.